fix it, but just share it.
Sure.
Thank you for listening to the April Monterrosa show. Sorry, we're a little excited today.
Let's go.
Good morning, everyone. And Adam Ace is in the place as well. He's over here eating tacos.
Just in the board.
Well, we have some really cool special guests this morning. We have Gilley and Denise Mendoza. Good morning and
good
welcome
morning.
to KLMO.
Yeah. Thank you for having us.
I have some.
I'm excited,
some,
April.
Some Southsiders here.
Let's go.
Adam's a Southsider also. So,
Upside.
what high school did y'all go to?
McCullum. I went to McCullum.
Okay.
Boo.
Are you a
I
Southsider?
actually am not.
Okay.
I went to Warren High School.
Okay.
Yeah.
Adam's from the Harlandale ISD.
Once an Indian.
Let's go.
My
That's
mom
a lot
went
of
to
pride.
McCullum.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
My mom went to McCullum. My dad went to Harlandale, and I'm a South San Bobcat. So,
Yeah.
you know
That's
how-
like my parents. My mom went to McCullum. My dad went to Harlandale as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sister
okay.
graduated from Harlandale, and then both my other sister and brother McCullum.
That South
Yeah.
Side pride is deep.
Yeah, it is.
It is. I don't care where you go. If you
Yeah.
say you're from that district,
Yeah.
people are like, that's like your long lost primo or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, for our listeners, why don't you guys introduce yourselves and what you do?
All right. I am Gilley Mendoza. This is my wife, Denise Mendoza, and we are in the real estate business. So have been for the last 13 years. We started as real estate agents and still doing that. That is
right.
our bread and butter. We've got a small real estate team, and over the last 6 years, been doing a lot of real estate development, specifically on the land development side. So
Okay.
a little bit about that is we'd go buy land, we'd entitle it, meaning rezone it, replat it, just increase the density on it and typically sell it. Now we're getting into more of the horizontal stage, which is bringing in the roads, the utilities, and we'll start to build, which we built some new construction homes over the last few years. But that's kind of how it's evolving, where we're going to be doing more of the construction side of it.
Okay.
Yep.
And you guys both built Gilley International Group.
That's
What's
right.
that been like? Because y'all are parents, y'all are spouses.
Mhm.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
It is a lot, but overall, it's what we've always dreamed of, is having a family business, and without having to force it, it just happens kind of almost naturally, because it's kind of like being a mom. Like, people are like, how do you do it? Juggling so much. But when you love what you do, you just make it work.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think the incorporating the kids into the business has been very good. Like, I've never been bashful about bringing them with. We were actually going to bring them with us this morning.
You
let
should
them-
have.
Yeah, we should have. We want them to
Yeah,
sleep in
yeah.
for a little bit.
Okay.
We know that they need to get like a lot of hours of sleep, and
For
so
sure.
this is their time to catch up. But
Exactly.
but yeah, but that, I think, bringing them out to whatever we were doing, open houses, client appointments. I truly believe in, like, you don't just preach everything to the kids, right? Do this, and then you're not doing it. So
For
like,
sure.
it's just like we just bring them, right? And they just see what mom and dad do, and this is what they do. And now our daughter is leaving to college next year, and she wants to go specifically for real estate development. And
That
this
is
the
awesome.
daughter that was the baker that wanted
Yes.
nothing to do with
we
real
highlighted
estate.
her in the magazine.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
And she wanted nothing to do with real estate back then, right? And this didn't come about 2 years ago. Never pushed anything on her. Whatever the kids want to do, they're gonna do, right? Like, we'll support them
For sure.
as long as it's legal and it's good. But yeah, she came back and said, "Hey, Dad, I want to do real estate development." So we said, "Let's go." And her plan is to come back and help us grow this business and, like, literally take it internationally at some point. And I don't know
For
if it's
sure.
going to be my kids or our kids or our grandkids, but hopefully somebody carries this name and goes
That
with
is
it.
great.
Yeah.
That is great. We were talking a little bit about that off air. And I always, with all the business mentoring and stuff that I do in the city, I always encourage entrepreneur parents to take their kids, because they have no idea the gold that
Yeah.
is. They learn public speaking, they learn confidence, they learn networking, relationship building, and that is everything. I don't care
Yeah.
what you do for a living.
Yep.
Relationships are everything. So that's
For
awesome
sure.
that you have them involved, and that's great. She probably has seen, your growth and your progress, and she's like, "Hey, I want to do that too."
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
y'all make it look easy and fun.
Yeah.
That's what
And-
happened to me, actually, when Gilley was just on his own. I was like, you know what? I think he needs my help. And so that's when I decided to join him, too.
Yeah.
Nice. I hope you're on payroll. No.
Yeah, exactly. She's doing pretty good now. But I think the other part too is, like, they're always listening to our conversations, and I've always been mindful of that. So, because on the phone all the time, and now you got all the Bluetooth in the car, and the way I communicate with people, the way we answer the phone, I'm always mindful, like, my kids are listening. So when they get older,
Mm-hmm.
when they're in business, or how are they going to treat their customer, how they're going to treat their business partner,
Or just people in general.
in
Right.
general,
Yeah.
So
Respect.
it's exactly, and I even like facial reactions, not uncommon, right? Real estate, like someone's like calling you, like, oh man, I got to pick this up, or you make a like. I try not to do any of that in front of the kids. Like let them know, like I'm always positive, I'm always ready to go.
sure.
It's intentionality because I know like they're gonna at some point they're gonna be doing this on their own as well.
That's great.
Yep.
That's great. Gilley, you're a product of the South Side. How did growing up here influence your passion for real estate and community development?
So I would say so getting like thinking about getting into real estate growing up wasn't even a thing. I didn't even have a thought of real estate. I didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew I was going to be an entrepreneur. And I was
Okay.
at Texas State, and it was a BBA in management with a concentration in entrepreneurship, right? No idea what I'm going to do. I thought I was going to get in the restaurant business because both my grandparents had bars and restaurants my whole life.
Okay.
I was already with Denise, and her parents had a restaurant as well. And so we were like, and we had food trucks in college. And so I was like, I'm destined for this restaurant business.
Yeah.
And that just didn't work out, right? Which I'm glad, because that wasn't really where my passion was. I just thought that's what I was going to do. But figuring out, like, in college, I was like, I started hearing of all of these really successful real estate developers. And they would bring them down, and it would be like, how did you create your wealth? And it was through real estate. So I was like, well, that's what I'm going to do. And I didn't have no mentor, nobody to tell me, like, this is what you should do. You should go work for a company like this, or you should talk to these people. So I just got my real estate license, and I started selling homes. And that's where it started. And it was like, man, this is really good. You're helping people. You're feeling good about yourself.
For sure.
And it's like, just like anything else, it's hard work. You get out of it what you put into it. And I was like always the hardest worker, I felt like. And so I was having a lot of success. And I was like, this is what I'm going to do probably for the rest of my life. And so that's where that started. Going back to the South Side, though, is like I always knew it was an underserved area, and that it was like a lot of opportunity, essentially a gold mine, right? Like I know the culture, I know the people, I know what was needed down there. But when you're looking at it from an institution perspective, it's like, well, you're looking at the average household income. There's a whole bunch of things that they're looking at to determine, are they going to come down here and develop? And at the time, it wasn't there, right? You needed like a Leo Gomez, visionaries that be like, man, we can create this. We know the community. We know the people. Let's go and do this. That started happening. Their apartments, right, were at market rate. 96% occupancy, I think, is what all of them were. NPR went in there. Like, everybody started buying everything up because it was performing so well.
Yeah.
It's just such an underserved area. Like, I remember just the, what was it? Not the Chili's was the first restaurant to go in South Park Mall. Prior to that, what was it? It was all taquerias.
Yeah.
Like, there was no restaurant. All three of my siblings worked at that Chili's. Like, everybody was there. Every restaurant that opens up down there is slam packed. Those 2 Starbucks that are down there are just lines wrapped
For
around
sure.
all times of the day. So, like, for me, always saw it. One, like, it took me a little while to kind of get down there because of the funds, right? Like, it's a big thing. Like, you're growing organically on your own for people to invest in you and say, well, are you proven? But now that we're down there, I'm excited.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. What about you? I know that you're from San Antonio as well, Denise. What has all this been like for you?
It's been great. I mean, it's just nice when you get to see everything from the beginning to like where we are now. It's been a dream of Gilley's, and just what I guess the way I describe it is his dreams are my dreams, right? So just to see it all in front of you, it's a blessing.
I love this. Well, we're going to take a quick short music break, and we'll be right back.
Heading down to Corpus Christi, my own stomping ground. I can still see her hair in the wind against the lights of this town. I remember all the days at the beach till the sun went down. The nights of pure innocence, baby, where our love was found. And days go by, life goes on. Dreams do die, some live on. close my eyes and I go back in time to Corpus Christi. Heading down Ocean Drive with the radio on, beneath the gray skies, our song plays on. They say time always meant everything, but as the sun goes down, I find I won't find my peace, not in this town. And days go by, life goes on, dreams do die, some live on. And sometimes I wonder if you ever think of me. I can still close my eyes and I go back in time to Corpus Christi. And sometimes I wonder if you ever think of me. I can still close my eyes and I go back in time to Corpus Christi. I can still close my eyes and I go back in time to Corpus Christi.
Mama always warned me about guys like him, confident, strutting in, walking sign of bad news. Yeah, now I see why I should have turned away. My mind keeps telling me I should leave. My heart tells me to stay. I hate those late nights sitting in the kitchen just waiting for him to come stumbling home. Hate those wild lies, sweet nothing's pouring out his mouth like it's Friday at his favorite bar. Those long drives through the countryside keep me holding on to him.
back to the April Monterrosa show, and we're here with Gilley and Denise Mendoza, and y'all have a really cool announcement to share because you just launched Villeret Commons.
That's right. Yep.
Tell
yep.
us all about that.
All right. So we are very excited about that. So this is a community that will be or consist of 80 homes, and so 19 duplexes, which gives you 38 doors, and then we have 42 single-family lots. So these are going to be individual, standalone lots, 4,000 square foot each. It'll be a gated community. It'll be a private community. We'll have a dog park area. We'll have a barbecue pit area. I'm excited because it's right across the street from Palo Alto. So I don't think there's any development of that size inside of 410. All the growth is happening outside of 410.
sure.
And in this case, we just happen to have 7.5 acres now total inside of 410. So I am super, super, super excited.
Well, congratulations
yeah,
to
thank you.
both of you.
Yep.
What kind of residents or families do you envision living there?
So I think that we're going to probably get a lot of students from Palo Alto. And you typically see like young families. I was one of those, right? Like a younger family coming in that's still going to the community college and wanting to live right there, right? The proximity. You can just literally walk right across the street. I would envision that. I would say, I think families in general, not just young families, all types of families. I think we'll get some single people too. I mean, I think you'll have a combination of both. Maybe A&M students,
Okay.
because it's a gated
Or
community
people
too.
starting out,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
young families like you
Yep.
mentioned.
Toyota. I mean, anybody who's working at Toyota, JCB.
Yeah, that's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. That's going to bring.
And so's University Health.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a
So
lot of.
you came in at a really good time.
Yeah. 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 And I think we'll be a little more of an affordable product of what's offered out there in Vita, right? Vita's probably the closest, biggest development, master plan development
For
that's
sure.
there. They got a broad range of everything. Lennar's a very affordable product in there, but I think we'll be a good like in between in
Okay.
comparison to Highland Homes and Perry, Sitterly's in there. So I'm
Well,
excited.
we have to get you on the Southside New Homes Showcase next year.
Let's go.
We did
Yeah.
that this year, and we had all the Vida model homes on our tour.
Nice.
And it was a lot of fun. I got
Yeah.
really good feedback on it. I'm like, hey, I got invited to do this at the Dominion. I'm like, why doesn't the Southside have this? So
Yeah.
I
Right.
created it. Vida, Jefferson Bank, Remax Unlimited.
Yeah.
They helped me out, and we put it together.
Let's
so we
go.
got to get your houses on there next
Yeah.
year. Because
love
next year
that.
I want to have like an actual tour bus.
Uh-huh. That
where
would
they
be
take-
great.
I learned a lot
Yeah.
because I'm not a real estate guru by all
Yeah.
means. But I did the tour myself, and I went to all the homes,
Yep.
and so I got all the spiel from the sales reps and all that. So, man, it makes you want to buy a house.
Yeah,
They have
exactly.
these nice, really, brand new things, and so
Yeah.
So I can't
Yeah.
wait for that.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm
for
excited.
sure.
You excited? Right?
So how intentional were you about designing this community, not just the houses?
So intentionality, like it was okay. We were initially it was going to start with just kind of all kind of multifamily in some capacity. But we were only able to do that for one of the lots. So these were 3 2.5 acre lots. And so we were able to get the zoning for one of them. And we're like, well, we can still make this work with single family housing, right? We can make this a nice community based on what we were getting the land next. That's a big one, right? What's your cost? Like, what's your cost basis? Is it, can you do this? And land is getting so expensive, which is why you're seeing density increase on these lots, right? People don't like it, but when somebody knows, okay, this is what I can get for land, well, the developer has to pay that premium. But the developer, in order for this to even make sense, they have to win by increasing the density, right? How many units can you put on that, on that property? So we were able to do it with keeping the same zoning, not having to rezoning, and it makes sense with the single family side.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned Palo Alto College. Can you share more about the collaboration with Dr. Garza?
Oh yeah, yeah. So Dr. Garza, so Palo Alto was involved in the rezoning of the first piece and even the second piece that we did try to rezone. As someone who graduated from Palo Alto, this was back in 2007, I think. I got my associates there. He was already there, right? Which I
Okay.
had heard his name. I didn't know him like that, and so when we started going through this whole rezoning, we would have Zooms with him and city council, etc. And I asked him, I said, look, if we would like you guys to be part of this in some capacity, right? I'm very proud to have got my associates here and feel like this is good for everybody, right? So asked him what they would want the street names to be, and he gave two of the three street names, or actually gave all three street names.
Okay.
Two of them were available. The third one had been taken, and so we named them Profesora and Estudiante.
Nice.
And they tie into like Palo Alto's core values is what he had
For
mentioned.
sure.
Yeah.
I don't care who works at Palo Alto College. Everyone is great.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, I think I want to get a job here. Everyone's always
Yeah,
happy
yeah,
all
yeah,
the time,
exactly.
including
Yeah.
Dr. Garza.
Yeah, he's created good culture.
For sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
What does it mean to you personally to pour your real estate experience back into the very neighborhood that shaped you?
I love it. It means a lot. Like it's a big blessing. I'm very excited. I think of like just the opportunities we've had, like to ever even think that we could go out and build something like this or do something like this. Like it was so far stretched. Like didn't it be attainable? I didn't have anybody that I knew growing up in real estate. Not one person. Not and like literally nobody. And so there was nobody to look up to, right? In that capacity and be like, man, this is achievable. As I started in the career, I just happened to be very fortunate to start with a very strong brokerage, especially on the luxury market, and being around these people that it's like, man, these people are doing it. And what I quickly found out is just hard work. Like, it doesn't matter what your skin color is, what you look like. There might be some barriers, right? But if I go and work hard, we're all at an even playing field.
For sure.
Capitalists want somebody who's going to go out and help them create money, preserve money, protect money, right? And so they don't care what my skin color is. Like, and so I quickly figured that out. I'm like, man, this is obtainable. Like, I can go do this. And so I started getting around, and my wife and I, like, groups, people that have achieved it. And what I have found is like there's people that I think of my coach Bobby Castro has a real estate portfolio, him and his wife, of $750 million. None of it raised or syndicated, meaning that they weren't going out and borrowing money. This is him. Bobby dropped out of high school in 9th grade. His wife dropped out of high school in 10th grade. He grew up in Hialeah, which is probably like a South Side at the time, right? It was a very underserved area, low income, and so it's like started getting in rooms with people like that. I'm like, man, this is all attainable. Like we can do
For
it.
sure.
So to be able to go back down there and show like a younger Gilley, maybe a younger Denise, like, dude, you can do this. There's nothing special about me. I didn't have any kind of funds, any foot in the door with anybody. It's going to take a little bit longer, and now it's going to be easier for our kids. Like talked about my daughter getting in the business. That's going to be a lot easier for her because of the connections and relationships
sure.
that we made. Our grandkids. But it takes one. Like somebody has to start that, take all the punches, take all the heat, and I'm prepared to do that. And we're doing it now. But it means a lot. Like I guess
For
is my
sure.
point.
No, I get it. I come from an entrepreneurial background, and my brothers and I have owned businesses too. And it started with Dad. You
Yeah.
know, I don't think there was any other business owners before that. And like him, he learned from his network.
Yep.
You know, he didn't have a mentor per se or anything like that. And I think nowadays, our youth or our younger generation, there are mentorship programs, leadership programs. There's all kinds of resources now
That's
that
right.
did not exist
Yep.
when we were their ages. So,
And the
that's great.
digital world.
and
like,
then, yeah,
you
and
go to
then there's
YouTube.
that.
How do you
Yeah,
become
for
the
sure.
best real estate agent or the best real estate developer? And there's all these people that are giving content for free.
Yeah,
30 years ago, 20 years ago, when I got in, or 15 years ago, that wasn't really a thing.
for sure.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah. And now everybody's doing it at no cost. But I think it all boils down to like action too, right? Like you can get all this information, consume all this information, but are you going to take action and actually go to work and show up every day?
Yeah. Speaking of your families, or your family, what legacy do you want to leave behind?
Wow. That's a good question. There's just so much. I mean, I think it starts with how you treat others, and because people never forget how how you make somebody feel, right? And if you just don't know what that person has been through, and if you just extend your love out, it could just go a long way. And yeah, I mean, success is great, the drive is great, but I mean, we're not bringing all this with us to heaven, right? So I think we actually spoke about this earlier this week, where it's like, what is like your life sentence, right? And for me, it would be that she loved me so much that she wanted to see me in heaven, right? That all this work was just not for nothing. You know, it makes you who you are, like the drive that you put into and your hard work. But it's always more than just that.
Yeah, I think I'll add to that the part for the kids, right? Legacy of kids, grandkids, great grandkids, everybody generations after us is like we have our core values, right? What if it's do the right thing every time, do what you say you're gonna do, right? Like we are very much believers. We're Christians, and so glorifying God and knowing that we're just a vessel, right? Like this is our God-given talent. We're gonna go out like God rewards those who work hard, right? And glorify Him and doing these things. And so instilling those values into the kids is extremely important, right? And hopefully they carry this with them and they have a playbook. You look at the most successful families in the world, they have the playbook, right? Like they have they're constantly training their kids, their grandkids. They have it left behind for them if they're going to start a business or something. There's certain things that they have to do in order to access the trust.
For
like
sure.
we're hoping for those kind of things, right? Like we know it's just not all money, but if you look at the generations after that, like the first ones go out and earn it, right? The second ones enjoy it, and the third ones lose it. Statistically, I think
Yes.
it's like 80-90% of families.
I see this. I'm sure you
Yeah.
guys see this all the time. You're in real estate, where families who are more my parents' ages, they build generational wealth,
Yep.
spoil their kids rotten.
Yep.
Their kids don't learn a trade,
Yep.
don't know how to handle finances,
Yep.
and so then they have the mindset of spoiling their children, and all of grandma and grandpa's wealth gets taken away.
100%.
I see that so much.
Yeah.
I'm very big on financial literacy
Yep.
in everything that I do for that reason.
Yep. Yep. First ones earn it. Second ones use it and abuse it, and third ones lose it.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. There's like
Yeah.
the Rockefellers is one of the families that like has a whole playbook on this. There's a few of them out there, right? Like I think Bobby Castro, he's got it for his kids too. I know there's things if they're going to go start a business, there's certain things that they have to do, and there's just a bunch of advisors that have to approve it in order for them to get access to it. Like I think those things, like, but the core value side, right, and the generational wealth side, I don't know what that's going to look like at this point, right? Because I'm not at least really driven by money right now.
For sure.
It's just creating something special.
I
But
get
I
it.
know that's going to come. Like I have no doubt.
The money
and especially,
comes.
It comes, right? But I just want to like have the Mendoza family, the Gilley brand. Like when I look back, if I'm even alive 50, 60 years from now, or my kids or my grandkids are running it, it's like a Red McCombs brand. It's like a Embry brand. It's one of these big brands that is not here, especially from as a Mexican culture. There's not one big Mexican developer that you can
For
say
sure.
that's the guy, right? You think of the builder names. There's not one big builder here on the institution level, and these are institution for like nationwide. That's a Mexican name. And
Yeah.
and for me, again, it's not all about race, but I want to be like one of the first to go in here and do it.
Well, there's nothing wrong with being one of the first to do things. I
Exactly.
know all about that.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
So for those interested in purchasing a lot or learning more, how can they find that out?
Yeah. So we have some info, very preliminary at villaretcommons.com. And if you just sign up there, I'll get your info and I'll be able to reach out. One of us will reach out and see what you're looking for, right? We can walk the site with you. We'll be ready in about a month to deliver lots, which means that we'll have the roads, the curbs in and all that. And so if a homeowner wanted to buy, they can buy it and have one of the builders that's going to be building in there and build it. Or if a builder wants to come in and buy a few, they can do that too.
Okay. And if you're following Live from the South Side on social media, we did share a really lovely photo of the Mendoza family and their children
Hey, thank you.
and the area that will be booming soon.
Let's go.
And so we got a lot of interesting feedback. What do you have to share with the Southside community as you're launching this new chapter?
Like regarding the project?
Just in general, because I
Okay.
noticed that when we shared, we had mixed.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And we get this a lot from readers. You know, they ask for Michael's and Hobby Lobby and Academy and HEB,
Yeah.
and it's like they don't understand the economic development on how those stores get
Correct.
here.
Yep.
Then the traffic part. I don't think
Yeah.
a lot of people don't understand
Yeah.
growth.
Yep. I love it. So I would say like be open minded, right? And the way things were done typically, right? Like you used to hear it 10 years ago, 15 years ago, like we don't have this, we don't have that, we don't have this. And then now that it's here, it's like there's a complaint about traffic. There's a complaint about this. Well, you should fix this highway first before you start doing this, right? So, one, you can never make everyone happy. But two, there's a lot of growth that's going to come in the South Side.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And it's going to come for
We have over 400,000 homes coming
Exactly.
to the rural parts of the South
Yep.
Side.
Yep.
I get to see all that stuff with
Yeah.
all the boards I sit on.
Yep. Yep.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Regardless.
It's coming. Yeah, exactly. And if you look at, I always say this, like just go look at 410 and 1604, right? So you look at 410 north up to 1604, all of it is built out. There's no undeveloped land like that. You go 410 south to 1604, it's all green and undeveloped. Like it's coming. D.R. Horton has created their own division just for the south side and the southeast side. D.R. Horton is like one of the biggest here. I think Lennard's the biggest nationwide. But my point is there's a lot of growth coming. There's a lot of opportunity coming. For those of you that are wanting retail and some of these other things, like they need households here first to be able to fund that, to get that demand. So I'm excited. Like, I think just be open-minded. There's going to be good opportunity. Schools are improving. I think that's a big one, right? Like when you looked at, and this, I'm a product of it. Like, the school system here, I thought it was great for what I knew and what I had access to. But these companies that are coming in and people relocating here look at school districts first, right? So, like, I think Leo has a lot of that data is like the employees of the South Side are going to live up in the North Side, right? I think it was like 90% that were in Brooks. And so they weren't staying here. That's another part. Like, we improve the school system, we're going to retain a lot of talent in the South Side.
For sure.
And we're very cultural, right? And a lot of Hispanics, I think it's probably 95% plus Mexican in the South Side. Multi-generational living. You want to look next to mom, dad, Thea. That's definitely doesn't happen in the North Side. Like, everybody kind of spreads out.
Yeah.
So I think there's still that opportunity if you're thinking long-term, big picture. But what are some of the fundamentals and the things that are very important? I feel like schools.
For sure.
As long as we get that right, which these charter schools are doing very well too. I
Yeah.
know people have some mixed feelings about that too. But Idea's got like a 2,000 kid waiting list, and I think they're A-rated. So
They
yeah, like I'm excited, and you should be excited too, Southside. It's coming. It's going to be great for all of us, I promise.
For sure. What do you have for those that are negative?
Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
Haters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
I
would
don't know.
like
I
to
block
hear
out-
a male's perspective on that.
Oh, yeah.
Because us women were like, yeah, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. I
It's
think,
either that or women are sensitive.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
like, that doesn't
no.
bother me.
Yeah, yeah.
I just don't. They need Jesus.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I don't know. I try not to add fuel to the fire with
Okay.
him, right? Like, just like block out the noise, because you'll never come to their agreement. There's gonna be something that they're gonna just be negative about, and in time, energy to be able to put that. I might educate somebody as much as I can for a
sure.
bit, but like for me, it doesn't bother me, right? I'll give you an example of this. Well, this kind of did bother me. I was at Ramirez Park, which I grew up spending most of my summers in elementary at Ramirez, because my mom was the Parks and Recreation lady there in
Okay.
the summer, right? She was a school cafeteria lady, and then she would do that, basically give her 4 kids daycare at no cost and make a little bit of money, right? As a Parks and Recreation lady.
Yeah.
And so I was in there to rezone a 21 lot community. It's 21 lots now. We were trying to get the density higher than that. And this was about a year or so ago. They told me to get out of there and to go back to New York. They were like, I was in a suit. I'm like, bro, I'm one of you guys. Like, literally, I grew up in this place. I probably grew up rougher than, I would say, 90% of you. But they was like, get out of here. Go back to New York. All you're all about is you real estate guys is about money. You just want money. I'm like, oh, my gosh. Like, and what actually made me even a little bit more sad, I knew some of the people in the room. There was one of them, and I love you if you're watching this, is that she was like, mijo, I couldn't sign because my neighbors would be mad at me, right? Like, so she had to, everybody was in disapproval of me going in there and building in that community. Everybody. Not one person.
Wow.
Not one. And I got pictures. One of my posts has that. Like, I didn't put that story out there, but I think overcoming things like that, right? Like, I don't know how I would convince that whole room that this is a phenomenal opportunity. Their limiting beliefs, their mindset is you're all about money. Like,
Yeah.
I'm in a suit. I was wearing a suit. I wear a suit all the time. And it was like, they told me, go back to New York. I'm like, bro, I'm not from New York. But it's those things.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
get that.
Yeah.
With all the stuff that I'm involved in and that I
Mhm.
do, I still live on the South Side.
Yep.
My family does.
Yeah.
But I trust me, I know
Yeah.
exactly how that feels.
It
I'm
was
like,
crazy.
what?
It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, man, even that Besto Elementary, that's literally right down the street from that's 835 Gillette. Like, is I don't know, like a couple blocks over. I'm like, went there, went to Ramirez Park. There's in between
Yeah.
both. Like, I don't know how more South Side I can get. Graduated from the Palo Alto, the A&M San Antonio.
Yeah.
But it just
I think
it
that's
didn't
changing
work.
though with
Yeah.
our younger generation, with all the resources, the classes and education that's out there now
Yep.
for free.
Yep.
I think kids have a different mindset.
Yo, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I was at the South
So
Side
like they want to
Mixer.
wear the suit
Yeah.
because they want to
yeah.
look professional.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
No
Yeah.
matter where they're from.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And when I first got in, my mom worked at J.C. Penney's. Now at that time,
Man, you have to hook up everywhere.
Yeah, so I used to
the
get
park, JC
yeah,
Penney, man.
I used to get 50% off her discount. I was wearing like $80 suits, but I just didn't know better. Like I remember where I started, they were always wearing suits, so that was kind of the thing.
Yeah.
My broker had a suit and tie, and that's like, all right, well, that's what I'm gonna do, and it feels good. You feel
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
dressing up.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I
Yeah.
mean, you're taken more seriously.
Exactly.
Yeah. We teach that to kids in
Yep.
leadership. Like,
Yep.
you come in sweats and
Yeah.
yoga pants, hair in a messy bun. No one's going to take you seriously.
Exactly, yeah.
They're not.
Yep.
I don't care how smart you
For
are.
sure.
right.
Yep.
Yeah, that does make a difference.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure getting to hear
Yeah.
all of these great things about you guys, and I'm looking forward to keeping up with you and sharing all this great news because this is great for our community, all the growth, and someone that's from the area,
Yeah.
you know, investing and building all of this legacy there on the South Side. But everyone gets to do South Side shout outs on my show.
Yeah.
So who's gonna go first?
Gilley.
All right. So like, shout out to business.
Whatever you want to do, whoever you want to shout out.
I'll shout out Nietzsche's Mexican restaurant. That's actually my tia Nietzsche. That's my grandma's sister, which her sons have taken over it and doing
Yeah.
a great job, and very proud of them and what they built. And that's actually my favorite Mexican restaurant.
We just did my essay live segment there.
Okay, I love it.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
The
So,
drinks are good too.
yeah, exactly. Yep. Shout out my tia Nietzsche, and actually, like thinking about it, all my grandparents are deceased now, but like, you say somebody has to start this, right? Like, they actually were the entrepreneurs who started it. They were just in the restaurant business. My grandpa had a bar, Los Cocos Lounge. My other grandma had Piedras Negras with my grandpa. My other grandfather had a Orales Disco Palace, Linda's Taco House, and so I think of all these like seeds that they planted for us, and this was all South Side, and what they did and the work, right? It's like I'm grateful for them for going out there and doing that, right? It's not a business that I'm in, but I know like their journey, their entrepreneurship is really triggered something in me to go out there and like, man, I'm gonna do this, right? Like every time I look back, I can never see myself not being an entrepreneur anymore,
sure.
but I think it's because of what they did. So grateful for them. They're all in heaven now, hopefully, and hopefully I get to see
shout
them
out your
soon.
kids.
My kids too.
That's right.
Yeah, I will shout out my kids. So our kids are a huge driving force behind it as well. And I want to say like my daughter, being the oldest, has done a phenomenal job at like the entrepreneurship side, right? Like the baking businesses she had. She wrote a book, The Gifted Youth: How to Start Living Your Dream. She had an ice cream truck here in high school, and so I think what she's done for her brothers and them seeing it, they're all following suit
That's
of what
great.
she's done, and so I'm grateful for her and our two younger boys who are following in her footsteps, and I think we're just getting started. I have no doubt. Like when we look back, and I might look back at this in 50 years, my grandkids, and be like, man, Grandpa and Grandma did it. Like, let's go. And then they built something else, right?
Yeah.
Like just out of this world. But I think it really started with my grandparents too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What about you, Denise? Real quick.
Real
Shout
quick.
outs.
So my parents also have a restaurant. It's called Braza Brava. It's off of Broadway and Sunset.
Okay.
both my parents have their own businesses. My dad has Denmelli cabinets as well. So since I was a little girl, my dad has been building cabinets, and so I think that's where like my interest in like just not artsy, but like just into, because we have flipped and done other things with homes, and so that has been great for me because I get to watch both my parents just hustle, and I think that's where we get it from.
I love that. Well, thank you both so much for taking time out of your morning
Yes.
and being on the
Yeah.
April Monterrosa show.
Thank you, April.
No, for sure.
We're proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Likewise, because this
Let's
is
go.
great.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see all this.
Yeah.
For all of you listening, don't forget to check out Live from the Southside magazine at www.livefromthesouthside.com, and I will see you next week.